In this video, I want to discuss and explore 6 signs you're being phased out at work. Nobody gets called into an office and told they're being phased out. It doesn't happen like that. It's quieter, slower, and honestly, more confusing. It happens in hallways, in meetings, in group chats you didn't even know existed. And by the time most people recognize it, they've already been living it for months. Today, I'm going to share the 6 signs you're being phased out at work. And more importantly, exactly what you can do the moment you realize them. Before we start, I want to make one thing clear. Being phased out does not mean you have failed. It doesn't mean your career didn't matter. Most of the time, it has very little to do with your performance. It's about timing, it's about culture, and sometimes organizations forget that experience is the most valuable thing in the building. So let's talk about the signs, because once you see them, you regain more power than you think. Sign number 1, you're still invited to meetings, but nobody asks your opinion anymore. You're on the calendar, you're in your chair, but conversations move around, decisions happen, ideas get praised, and somehow you become a spectator. If this is happening, start speaking early, not louder, just sooner. The first voice often sets the tone. Reclaim that space. Sign number 2, younger colleagues stop asking for your advice. There was a time people stopped by your desk. Now they Google it. They ask each other instead. And it stings. Not because you need validation, but because you know you could have saved them an hour. Don't wait to be asked. Offer insight casually. Hey, I dealt with something similar once. Here's what worked. No lecture. And sign number 3, this one actually happened to me. It's the moment that started this entire conversation. Number 3 is you're left out of conversations after the work is done and completed. The problem gets solved, everyone's involved, then a small group gathers to talk it through afterward. Everyone, except the person with 40 years of experience standing 10 feet away. Yes, that happened to me. Because influence doesn't just come from doing the work, it comes from processing it afterward. If you're excluded from these moments, you're being excluded from influence. So create your own debriefs. Pull someone aside and say, hey, what did you think about that and how it played out? One meaningful conversation keeps you connected. Now the next one is a show of hands if this has ever happened to you. Sign number 4, your ideas get ignored then repeated by someone else. You share an idea and there's silence. 20 minutes later, someone else, almost with the same idea, suddenly it's brilliant. Almost every experienced worker has lived through this moment. Here's the move. Follow up in writing, a quick email, just documenting the suggestion I mentioned today about so-and-so. Now your idea has a timestamp and you have a record. Sign number 5, you're being given less, not more. Fewer projects, smaller responsibilities, less visibility. It feels like kindness, like they're easing your workload, but your footprint inside the organization is quietly shrinking. Volunteer for something visible. I saved this last one deliberately because nobody talks about it. Sign number 6, you've stopped seeing yourself as having a future there. This one isn't about them, it's about you. You start counting the days instead of making them count. You mentally check out before anything officially changes. And people feel that energy, even when you think they don't. Decide now, whatever time remains, whether it's weeks, months, or years, you'll be fully present, not for them, but for you. Because how you finish matters as much as how you started. None of these signs are a death sentence. Every one of them has an answer, and the common thread, recognition. The moment you recognize the sign is the moment you get your power back. You didn't spend decades building a career to disappear quietly. You earned your seat at the table. Now show up, speak up, and stay present. And when the day finally comes to walk out, you do it on your own terms. You'll know you never stopped being who you were that very first day you walked in. If this hit home, tell me in the comments which sign you've experienced. And if you haven't seen my video about the day I felt invisible at work, the one that started this conversation, stay tuned for my next video. I'll see you there, and God bless.